Greetings, viewers. This is CP666 signing on for a video of this forgotten friend, the Toshiba Tecra 8000. We're going to be performing a hard drive switch on this, and I'm going to be trying something I've never tried before to do this. I'm going to try cloning the drive to the new drive. So we'll see how that will work, but I got to get the old drive out of this first. Okay, I've disassembled the drive cage, as you can see, and this is the existing drive, which is a 10 gigabyte drive. Kind of a waste for what this is doing. So, let's get the actual laptop out of the way and set to taking an image of this drive that I can then restore to another one. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. You can hear the drive spin up. And I don't know how long this machine is going to take to complete the power on self-test. It might take a little while. Just because it's got 1.2 gigs of RAM in it, and it's a system that's designed for a small amount of memory, being as old as it is. But I've got this configured to directly boot off the network. Okay, well, I don't know why it changed my boot order, just that it did. Anyway, I want to boot the rescue disk, Macrium Reflect Rescue CD. We'll do so off of the network. It should be the easiest way to do this. It might take a little while to load off of the network, but it is going to come off of the network. So I think I'll give it a little bit of time, and we'll let it start up. Okay, let's fast forward quite a bit. As it turns out, trying to clone directly was a massive disaster. Mostly because I had to try and use the Linux tools to do it. If I had to use the Windows tools, and the Windows tools would have worked, would have loaded on the system I was trying, it would have been done in about 5 minutes. But because it's Linux, and Linux doesn't seem to work for simple things, even in the year 2021, I've just straight put the new drive in. It's a 1.4 gigabyte IBM TravelStar. Actually, I think it predates the TravelStar. It's DMCA 21440 or something similar. I don't know. It's a 1.4 gig drive. And we're just going to install from CD, which is bootable, which kind of surprised me. And we'll just reload from scratch. Because this is crazy. Windows setup. I'll hit enter. Seems good to me. I assure you I read that very carefully. The above list matches. There's not really much choice that I've got. We're going to delete this garbage. We'll install to the unpartitioned space. Format as NTFS. Which I think will format as FAT first, and then change it to NTFS. So we might as well use NTFS. Might take a while, so we'll let it do its thing. Okay, so like 20 minutes later, we are now copying files, which doesn't look like that'll take too long, probably another 15 minutes. And I did actually find the disk. Should have all of the drivers for this machine. So I don't have to hunt any of those down either. Okay, so remove compact discs, although I'm sure it's going to ask me for it again anyway. Let it reboot. Why you no work? Okay, well, I hope that isn't going to be a problem, but I suspect that it will be. I guess I'm going to have to either run or redo the master boot record on this, or set it to boot to the hard drive first. I don't know, it seems kind of ridiculous to me. Insane. So now it's converting it to NTFS. And when it's done, it'll reboot itself. Okay. Now, can I eject this? And will it actually boot to the drive? No, of course not, because it's stupid. Okay, that's still not really booting properly. I don't understand why. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, honestly, but, now, what I would like are these sound drivers. Or just run them, I guess, from here. Well, all the drivers, not just the sound driver. We're apparently going to have to install that one manually. I'll come back to that. What did it just do? Did it even do what it needed to do? Oh, okay, whatever, sure. See if this will work. Do what it needs to do. I'll reboot later, once everything is installed, because this is going to be a pain. Kind of concerned there for a minute because my Explorer wasn't loading, but it looks like everything is now good to go. So we can close all this mess. We don't need it. We even have the Ethernet working. I don't know if this is going to work. I know it wasn't working before. I think it will now. I think it needed a newer service pack than what I had installed, and I only had service pack 1 before. And that will not work. It was complaining about oliot32.dll. No, it looks like it's still not running. Oh well, whatever. I do have internet access at least. Let's see if we can actually... The one thing I did notice is that apparently I cannot actually get to my own server, which is kind of interesting. Okay, I got it to work, so you can see that it is actually able to access the internet. I don't think anything with HTTPS will work. Oh, well, I guess it will. Although it's not on HTTPS, and I can't see anything. This is an old enough browser that it does not work with CSS. So you can see it's got a whole bunch of CSS mess at the top, so... this thing's basically been left in the dust, really, but it is running now, except for the fact that the master boot record's messed up, which I'm going to have to figure out how to fix. Apparently F-Disk is not included on any Windows installation media, which I think is ridiculous. I don't even know how that's possible, but whatever. I'm going to have to find some other way to do it. But that's going to be it for this video.